everybody, I'm Melissa. Welcome back to CloudMom. I'm dialing in from our rented apartment here in Barcelona where I've come with my kids to visit some family and friends. We have come here for a couple summers. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm answering questions from viewers. And this one is coming from a mom with a 9-month-old baby. And here's what she has to say. And I'm reading from my computer because I don't have a printer here. So, my 9-month-old still demands 2 bottles at night. What to do? We share a bedroom and I don't believe in co-sleeping. I've given him slightly larger feeds before bed and smaller bottles at night. I'm gonna try night bottles with a bit of cereal, but doing this before bed hasn't helped in the past. So this is a baby who at 9 months is still eating very, very frequently at night. I get this question from a lot of moms. I think it's sort of a classic and universal issue for people with young babies. What do you do? And obviously the schedule changes and develops during baby's first year, but my general advice is to make sure that you're feeding the baby regularly during the day, that the baby is awake, has burped, and is full, and that you feed at very regular intervals. For a breastfed baby, that means every 3 hours. For a baby who's being fed formula in bottles, that means every 4 hours, and you don't want to upset this schedule. And what happens when you continue to do this is that the baby is getting most of the calories they need during the day, and they're awake for a lot of the day. So sooner or later, you're gonna start to see those longer stints of sleep happening at night. But there's an even more sort of novel question for CloudMom that you've raised here, and my hat, goes off to you because I don't often now get questions that I've never seen before since I started doing CloudMom, and that is, should I put cereal in my baby's bottle? So that's the one I'm gonna answer now, and I actually looked up Dr. Greene on the internet, who's such a terrific resource. He's a very famous pediatrician, and here's what he has to say. He basically says, no, you should not put cereal in your baby's bottle, and here's why. First off, he explained that putting cereal in babies' bottles started a few generations ago when moms began to give their babies, formula feeding. And he describes that at a very young age, babies have a very delicate sucking and breathing mechanism. He says that certain babies didn't tolerate having the cereal because their sucking and their swallowing were not yet well coordinated or developed. Some babies inhaled the rice cereal, and this led to pulmonary problems. Number 2, Dr. Greene says that babies have a very subtle yet developed mechanism that helps their bodies calculate what volume of food they should be consuming during these early months. Adding cereal, according to Dr. Greene, upsets this mechanism, basically teaching them to overeat. Dr. Greene then says, number 3, that by introducing solid foods to your baby with a spoon, by giving them a spoon and then waiting and stopping when they are full, you're setting up good habits for a lifetime of healthy eating where the baby is in touch with their body and understanding the feeling of being full and then signaling to you, okay, I'm good, I've had enough. Number 4, Dr. Greene links to, and I'm going to link to him, a major study which says that short-circuiting your baby's natural way of regulating what they eat can be a cause for obesity later on. And finally, number 5, Dr. Greene links to another study at the Cleveland Clinic where certain babies were given cereal in their bottles and slept for no longer a period of time than the other babies. In short, it just doesn't work. So why would you do it? Again, regular feedings during the day. The baby is awake, the baby's burped, the baby is full, refusing more food. Every 3 hours for a breastfed baby, every 4 hours for a formula-fed baby. If the nighttime feedings are becoming a real problem, consider a top-off feed at 10 or 11 p.m. at night where you are waking your baby up to give your baby that top-off feed. Before that feed, hopefully you've taken a nap. After that feed, hopefully both of you are in bed. Ultimately, that feed should fall away and your baby should do a longer stint of sleep, during which time you yourself are also asleep in your bed, and things should be moving in the right direction. If you're noticing that your baby seems constantly fussy, never satisfied, that they're crying a lot, that they seem hungry, definitely check with your doctor to make sure that the feeding process is working well and that you're not dealing with a case of colic or severe indigestion. Thank you so much for watching CloudMom. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys back here again soon.